Incoming swabs arrive for their first day of swab summer and are quickly split up into summer platoons, meeting their cadre for the first time. The swabs are issued uniforms, the males are given buzz cuts, and everyone is introduced to military standards and customs. When the new class marches across the parade field later that day, they have completely transformed from when their families saw them a few hours before. After one last goodbye to their loved ones, the swabs take their first steps in a 200-week journey to become commissioned officers in the United States Coast Guard. Halfway through the summer, swabs perform this tradition. The long blue climb tests each platoon's indoctrination knowledge and challenges them physically, showing the cadre what the swabs have learned so far and how their platoon has grown as a team. Mystic Flag Day is a ceremony held halfway through swab summer during which the swabs are presented with their official class flag. The event is held in historic Mystic Seaport and is the first time since day one that the swabs set foot off base. As a reward for their achievements so far, the swabs are granted a few precious hours of liberty. During the last 3 weeks of swab summer, platoons are grouped so that each swab gets to spend a week on the historic Bark Eagle. This is the first time that cadets can get out on a real Coast Guard cutter and experience life at sea. They have the chance to work the lines, climb up the masts, work alongside enlisted members of the Coast Guard, and learn some fundamentals of navigation and seamanship. On the final day of swab summer, the swabs are put through a final test. This physical and mental test challenges the platoon's teamwork, sailing, indoctrination, physical fitness, and other skills that have been honed throughout the summer. It is a prideful day where the 8 platoons compete to prove who is best. It culminates to the final push-ups of swab summer and a barbecue to celebrate the summer's completion. After sea trials are completed, there is a special day in which the swabs transition into members of the Corps of Cadets. The soon-to-be 4th class cadets march across the parade field, raise their right hand, and recite the oath. Once finished, the cadre don the 4th class shoulder boards onto their swabs, insignia which officially indicates their status as the newest members of the Corps of Cadets. Parents' Weekend is an annual event where cadets' parents can come onto base and see what their children do on a day-to-day basis. Parents can go to classes and have meals with the cadets. One of the biggest parts of the weekend are all the sports that happen where parents can watch the game in the stands. Following the Regimental review, a long weekend is usually granted where cadets are granted an overnight. Link in the Chain is a tradition where the 4th class take the heavy metal chains by Weishi Hall Library and hide them somewhere on campus grounds 1 week before the homecoming game. It is the job of the 2nd class to go and try to find where the chains are hidden. If the 4th class are successful in hiding the chain links, they are to bring them to the end zone of the football field during the homecoming game, where they are granted modified carry-on for a week for their success. Every year, members of the graduating classes from 5, 10, 15 years, and so on return to the academy for a homecoming weekend. They are welcomed back with a ceremony where the current cadets can look back at the family that they are joining. Awards are given out to the class that came 50 years before with the entirety of the Corps there cheering for them. The game against the Merchant Marine Academy at Kings Point is a big deal for Coast Guard cadets as they are our biggest rival. The most popular is the football game. During this game, the entire Corps comes out to cheer on the football team. After every touchdown, all the 4th class cadets come down to the field in full uniform and do a number of push-ups equal to the score that is on the board. The winter formal is the first time cadets can formally practice their military etiquette in a social setting. Cadets don their dinner dress blues and enjoy a 3-course meal during which they use proper table etiquette and conversation skills with their classmates, VIPs, and the superintendent. After the meal, everyone heads down to Leamy Ballroom where, after going through the receiving line, they can enjoy music, dancing, and pictures. With 100 days to go until the 1st class graduate, 4th class revert to their swab summer roles and 2nd class take on their cadre role once more for 101st night. For that one night, the cadre once again challenged the 4th class with physical exercise, indoctrination, and spirit missions to earn a 100th day. Each year during the month of February, with 100 days to go until graduation, the tables turn, and 4th class can earn 2nd class shields for a day by carrying out spirit missions, also known as practical jokes, that a 2nd class assigns them to do. If the 4th class has completed the mission, the 2nd class rewards them with their white shields. 4th class are given full carry-on and act as 2nd class cadets for the day. The 2nd class in turn become 4th class for the day, wearing the green shields and squaring corners, bracing up, and doing the morning orderlies. Each year, the classes hold formals of their own that are put together by their class council, also known as class formals. A team of cadets come up with a theme and make it a special night that typically ends in a long weekend. Cadets participate in 2 formals a year, and this formal gives the class a chance to hang out together. Midway through the second semester, 4th class take boards, a culminating formal exam on the indoctrination that they learned during the summer and studied throughout the entire school year. This board is the first of many that cadets and officers will take in their career. The 4th class have been prepping for this board since Swab summer with the indoctrination tests that occur weekly through the school year. A 1st class and a 2nd class from their company hold the board, while their 3rd class stands alongside them. Once the 4th class start passing their boards, they start to earn privileges such as playing music out loud and social media. The most coveted privilege, carry-on, is only earned once a certain percentage of the entire 4th class pass their boards. Carry-on is when 4th class can stop squaring corners, bracing up, can talk to one another in the passageways, and can use the shortcuts that only the upper class have the privilege to use. They can finally behave like normal people again. As cadets advance into 3rd class year, liberty privileges are expanded. This year, cadets get Friday night liberty and extended weekend liberty hours. Additionally, instead of wearing tropical blue uniforms or service dress blues off base, 3rd class cadets are allowed to wear recreational gear, which consists of a CGA polo and khaki pants. You are a swab until you see a swab, is what cadets are told throughout 4th class year. When cadets return after the 3rd class summer, they get to see the new 4th class for the first time. At that moment, you officially become an upper class and lose the title of swab forever. A tradition that goes along with this is taking a set of your 4th class shields with you to your 3rd class summer assignments and tossing them into the ocean. Members of the class council reach out to their classmates for help designing the class crest during 4th class year. The flag and crest is a representation of each class and will be displayed at the academy long after graduation in the Leamy Ballroom. It is revealed during 3rd class formal in the spring and will be featured on all class apparel and class rings. 2nd class year, cadets earn the privilege of keeping civilian clothes in their room and wearing them on liberty. Liberty hours for 2nd class are extended even longer, and each weekend they are able to have an overnight out of Chase Hall from Saturday night to Sunday morning. Up until recommitment, if a cadet decides to drop out, there is no monetary or service payback requirement. Rising 2nd class cadets sign one more time before their Cadre summer, just like they did during their Swab summer. The re-signing is a commitment to not only finishing the last 2 years at the academy, but to serve 5 years in the Coast Guard after graduation. Before they start their Cadre summer, 2nd class cadets are brought to Cape May for a few days to prepare them to oversee the incoming swabs. Cape May drill instructors spend a few days of instructing and teaching the 2nd class. Afterwards, the drill instructors spend time teaching the cadets how to be leaders and transition into Cadre to turn the incoming swabs into future officers. Cadre summer is the point in a cadet's career where they put on the red aguilet and take on an official leadership role in the Corps of Cadets. It is a summer where cadets transition from leading self to leading others. For 3 weeks of the summer, they are responsible for the swab's training and development. It is a tough 3 weeks on cadets, mentally and physically. Many say Cadre summer is more challenging than swab summer. They push through these challenges to stay strong, fit and ready to push the swabs to their limits so that they are ready to become cadets. For 1 week of 2nd class summer, a group of 6 to 8 cadets and one instructor get on a sailing vessel and sail to various maritime destinations around the New England area. This week is spent entirely on the boat and entirely run by cadets. They are in charge of driving the boat, managing the sails, and navigating from place to place. It is a leadership challenge for all involved, where many cadets are tasked with leading, directing their peers for the first time. This year is the first year that cadets can take on a leadership role over other cadets in the Corps. 2nd class can apply to be a guidon-bearer, master-at-arms, or an assistant workplace climate officer. Taking on one of these roles is a lot of responsibility, and for all the hard work they are granted special privileges. These positions are filled by different cadets from the first semester to the second, giving many cadets per company the chance to take on a leadership role during the school year. At the beginning of 2nd class year, cadets can customize and purchase class rings. These class rings are symbols of the challenges, friendships, and personal growth that cadets experience through their time at the academy. Cadets receive their rings in the spring of their 2nd class year during their class formal known as the ring dance. During the dance, there is a ceremony where they christen their class rings in a bowl that contains water from each body that the United States Coast Guard patrols. 1st class year, cadets can bring their cars onto base. Many cars are purchased with the help of the Career Starter Loan, often referred to as the Firstie Loan, which is available to all cadets at the end of 2nd class year. This privilege is unique to only 1st class cadets. Along with cars, First class are granted additional liberty to include Thursdays and extended Sunday night liberty. This gives them a lot more freedom than the rest of the Corps, in trusting that they will be safe and responsible behind the wheel. This year, cadets are given another chance for a leadership position with even greater responsibility. First class can apply for the positions of company commander, company executive officer, department head, or regimental staff. Regimental staff is a group of cadets that are responsible for the entire Corps and act as a median between the command division and the Corps of Cadets. Cadets that take up the responsibility of one of these positions are given special privileges, such as parking their cars closer up to Chase Hall and Wednesday night liberty. During their last year at the academy, cadets take on culminating projects called capstones. Cadets form small groups within their major and apply what they have learned through their time here to solve relevant issues that the Coast Guard faces. The solutions that these first class come up with are posed as real possibilities that can be used, and many times the solutions that cadets come up with are implemented out in the fleet. Quarters is a formal night where the first class from each company dress up in business formal civilian attire and head up to the Admiral's house for dinner. This is the evening that the superintendent welcomes first class into the wardroom and congratulate them on the work that they have done throughout their 200-week journey. Dining in is the final formal dinner for all the first class cadets and officers held in the cadet wardroom, welcoming them into the officer corps. The evening is spent with multiple roasts between officers and cadets, as well as a celebratory cigar at the end of the night. Early in the month of March, before spring break, first-class cadets are brought together for dinner and drinks with the Admiral and officers before they head down Alimi Auditorium. In the auditorium, a special ceremony is held. This is the evening that first-class cadets wait all year for, the night when they are told where they will be stationed after graduation. It is live-streamed to the entire Coast Guard Academy community and is filled with excitement and anticipation from the participants and from the viewers. After all the other second, third, and fourth class cadets start their summer training assignments, the first class have a week of celebration, where they remain on campus before their commencement. During this week, they join their parents, friends, and family, engaging in numerous events on campus and in the New London area, such as first class superlatives, carnival games, a golf tournament, and a final drill ceremony. The silver dollar is a tradition during commencement in which 2 silver dollars are given to each graduate. 2 silver dollars are kept on each cadet, 1 in each pocket. Each cadet gives 1 silver dollar to the lowest ranking in the class and gives the other to the first person who salutes them when they become an officer. For the commencement or graduation, first class cadets are given a certain number of tickets which correlate to how many guests and family members that they can invite. The ceremony itself happens on Cadet Memorial Field, with the spectators in the bleachers and the cadets on the field in chairs. When they walk across the stage, they are given their diploma and their commission. This marks the official end to their cadet career. Once they have all walked the stage, they divest themselves of all cadet insignia as they toss their covers into the air. After this, the newly commissioned ensigns are given their officer covers and shoulder boards and receive their first salute as commissioned Coast Guard officers, marking the end of their cadet journey.